Schools, Jeremy Patterson. Hey, Jeremy.
Hello, Bert.
Good to see you. Welcome back.
All right, good to see you. Seems like I've been here a couple times recently. I don't know what episode I'm on. One for the superintendent or introduction, but it's official.
Yes, and really summer, I guess, a perfect time for a transition. Kids are gone, but things are pretty busy at JPS during the summer.
Yeah, there was a nice transition with Superintendent Beal leaving at the end of June. It's kind of the end of the school year. We did the retirement dinner and say goodbye to all the teachers and students on the last days of school, but it doesn't stop. We're always preparing for next year. Summer school's in session, and it's always continuous.
And you'll be preparing for a bond vote. The board last night approved the language for the bond request to go on the November ballot. And this is a pretty big bond, but I understand there will be no increase or new taxes because of this.
That's right. So taxpayers can expect to see the same thing for their property values, no increase, an opportunity for $126 million to fix both the critical needs and to help Jackson Public Schools to continue to become progressive with our program offerings and upgrading our facilities. So average lifespan of our buildings right now is 78 years old. Jackson High is 99 going on 100 this year. So lots of things were accomplished in our last bond, and we continue that work with Jackson Public Schools.
Oh, we should have a birthday party for Jackson High.
Huge celebration. I mean, 100, you got to be there.
Yeah, wow, that's awesome. Well, it's an icon in the community, and over the years the community has done a really nice job of maintaining and preserving it, and that's just one more thing that's going to be part of that bond.
That's right, and you know, we've got a lot of students up there, and they go out into the world and they do great things, so we want to make sure we give them all those hands-on opportunities. They talk about more hands-on learning and really career preparedness, and we have the college program going on up there where students can leave with an associate's degree, so it's a little bit of everything for our students, and that continues to change and evolve, so we want to make sure we're providing everything that we can while they're with us.
During the summer, food service is a very big part of the service of the district. Brant was here the other day. He is actually busier in the summer. He produces more meals in the summer than he does during the school year.
Right, we chuckle a little bit that, you know, summer's a bit of a reprieve and go home and get relaxed and rested up, and he's pedal to the metal, and just really appreciate what he does for the community. They're all over the community of Jackson, and there's always great turnouts in many of our schools and parks, and we're grateful for Brant and his staff for, you know, meeting the needs, because you never know what's going on. You're too busy to play and go home and eat real quick, or helping out the family, so have some fun and get fed at the same time.
Yeah, and looking at all the locations that you're providing food, and it's not something that is a requirement, it's something you as a district are choosing to do to get the food to where the kids are during the summer.
It's just great to see the kids too. You know, we miss them being in the school buildings. The school buildings, you know, you can almost hide summer school in there because it's not your traditional full capacity. And so when you get out to the sites and see the kids come back to the building, and the families or whoever's bringing them in, just check in and say hi.
This is also the time of year families are looking at what they're going to do next fall for their kids, and of course kindergarten. This will be the first time they're experiencing school, and you have I guess a welcoming event for the first time kindergartners.
Yes, all of our kids, for all the transitions especially. So we did kindergarten roundup, but it's continuous. Parents are still getting into buildings and deciding, and so our doors are open all summer long. So we are on summer hours, so they won't be in the facilities on Fridays. We're always available at Reynolds Hall. They can have building tours if they're new to the area or they missed out before. So we try to be very accommodating, because kindergarten is awesome. I have a kindergarten granddaughter this year, so we did the whole bus tour, and she's all set up, but we want to make sure everyone's in school and everyone knows they're going to be in the fall. Then we'll start to send out busing information and have the schedules already online of when school starts, and it's an exciting time. Middle school at Parkside is the same, nervous about middle school, leaving our elementary schools into the big middle school, so they'll do a step forward program as well.
Scares the heck out of the fifth graders.
Well, they come over and they just love the lunch, so they have a celebration and they get to kind of maneuver the school without their teacher walking in a straight line, and so some of them are very excited and some of them are nervous, so we want to make sure we have those opportunities where they get our undivided attention without everything else going on in the building. So the step forward, we'll do this something similar at the high school with the Viking Voyage for ninth graders.
A few weeks ago, we had some students who are part of the German exchange program. We have a sister city over in Germany, Werl, Germany, and I think we keep exchanging kids.
Yeah.
They send them here and we send ours there.
Life-changing experience that they have full immersion. So you learn these things in a book. You're in their classroom. These two teachers are phenomenal. Mr. Ernst and Mrs. Woodring have been around and just having a great experience, but to really live it out and have this experience, leave home, and then, you know, bring friends back to our community in the fall. The German students will be with us for 2.5 weeks, and so that full exchange program, they sometimes make lifelong friendships out of this program.
Yeah, it's really a program that Mike Ross started many years ago, and to this day Mike is still taking people from Jackson on world tours.
And I had that experience at Frost Elementary. They did it for a number of years with the back-to-back program and middle school at Parkside. So I'm glad to see Mrs. Woodring and Mr. Ernst continue the tradition and providing these experiences.
Did you go to Germany or France?
I was close. I was real close, but of course, you know, COVID put a pause on a lot of things with traveling, and you know, some of the programs have come back, and I'm still working on it.
We've actually got students in Germany right now.
Right now. Yeah, they're taking pictures, and Mrs. Woodring they have a Facebook page, and they send things back to keep the parents, your baby safe, and having a good trip, and can't wait to hear all the stories.
All right, so they're going to send their students. German students will be here in September, so we're going to show them a good time. Now, you probably are going to have to take some responsibility on that. You're going to have to show them something. What is it? You've got one thing you need to show off about Jackson to these German students. What's it going to be?
Well, Jackson High School, of course. That's the flagship. They'll call it the castle. They have a castle where they send their children to school over here. And so when we show them the aquatic center and the Glick facilities and the best of the best, they'll say, wow, this is a little bit different from back home, I presume.
Yeah, it really is a spectacular high school campus. All right, schools of choice, school enrollment, it's now. People interested in JPS?
Yeah, give us a call. Again, you know, come walk the hallways, meet with the staff, whoever is around. We have summer school going on right now, so it's a great time. July slows down a little bit, but August ramps up. So we'll be continuously fielding calls throughout the summertime, and I always say we're open. They told me I don't get a lot of vacation time this summer, so maybe July 4th holiday when everybody else is vacationing.
This past Saturday, it was the 6th annual Alglick Youth Football Camp, and really a beautiful day. 200 plus kids from all over Jackson County and then some in attendance. And I know there were a lot of kids there that this was their first time they set foot on the J-High campus, and they were in awe. It was like they thought they were on a big deal university campus.
Yeah, and I think it's becoming kind of a community staple now, where they're expecting it. There were some first-time kids and there were some returning kids, so you know that's kind of what they look forward to. Again, it feels big time when you got some of these University of Michigan guys out here, some outstanding high school coaches, and again, the best facilities. They had an opportunity to tour the Glick facility on a little breakout session, and of course, Brant provided lunch. And you know, speaking of one of those spaces where the German program is going to have to stop is your neighbor at RJ's, and he was there delivering ice cream to the football players after they got done.
Yeah, it was a nice treat and a nice surprise for the kids. And they got all that for $15. It's amazing.
T-shirt, I took my nephew out there and I lost him, so he just got caught up with all his friends and the other kids out there and had a great time. Kids from all over the county, and that was cool to see too.
And they're already planning the 7th annual for next year, so great tradition now. Thanks to the Glick family and Alro for that. All right, let's see. We've got, it's the changing of the guard at JPS. We've got, besides the new superintendent, we've also got some other folks who are retiring or have retired.
Yeah, this was kind of the kickoff to the end of the school year, our retirement dinner. I think we had about 32, maybe 38 retire, just experts in the field of education. And that's the highlight of Jackson Public Schools, again, is our people. You have support staff, teachers, I see our band director here, administrators, with 792 years in the classroom. And so
Wow.
that was a worthy celebration. Our superintendent going out with over 30 years, a number of people going out with 30, 35 years. Our board members were there and celebrating all the great things. So we told a lot of stories. They were able to have a meal with their family, and it was just very celebratory and thanking them for their years of service to the district.
Well, Kevin Krieger claims to retire, but I've probably seen him more in the last 3 weeks than I've seen in the last 20 years. He's playing that saxophone practically on street corners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think he thinks he's working. So I'm pretty sure he's doing summer band camp. And that's how some of our folks retire, as they find another job and they never really stop doing it.
All right, we're not too far off from fall sports. I think 56 days until we can get back at it, but it's a good time to get ready for that.
Yeah, it never ends. So we want to keep the kids busy, keep them active at the middle school and high school level. So the first thing you need is a sports physical. So our Center for Family Health is open at our JPS locations, and they might have a visit scheduled with their own doctors, pediatricians. So as long as they come in healthy and well, they'll be able to try out for whatever sports are happening. And this is an opportunity where coaches only get a number of days to work with the kids over the summer to really gear up for the fall. So you just, can start off at your peak performance as much as possible. So we're going to keep them busy. The doors are open.
Are you going to still referee basketball now that you're superintendent?
Yeah, see, my picture is refereeing at Montessori versus Hunt, but I don't know. I can't get into I blew the whistle one too many times for one team, so I think I'm going to have to retire
All
that
right.
just for fun every once in a while.
Okay. Well, great to have you here. Have a great summer. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you. Thanks for all you do.
JPS Superintendent Jeremy Patterson. Up next,